Both of you, I know this isn't your first time being just a voice of your characters in animated form, but was there anything different about the reanimated series from previous times you did it on, say, Addison's Moonstone Mystery?
For me, I think that there's a lot more fun material, and we just get a little bit more extensive and go deeper into the funny dynamics and situations that the characters go through. So I think that we just had a lot more on our plate this time around. I think the writing is so great.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot more chaos and randomness in this show. And I think that's why people are really going to love it because it's actually really funny. Like, it's sometimes hard for us to record the dialogue because we're laughing so hard. So I think people are really going to enjoy it. So it's a lot more fun this time around. Yeah.
Addison's Moonstone Mystery, that was during the pandemic. So they literally, they sent equipment to our houses and we were in our closets recording that on our own. But this is really exciting because we were able to step into the studio in like a physical location with people and be in person. And this creative team is so brilliant. The writing is so good. It's so funny. And I think there was so much love packed into this. So I'm really stoked for people to see it.
I'm having the time of my life every time I get into the studio. I never want to leave. The sessions are like an hour to 2 hours long, and as soon as it ends, I'm like, no, like when's the next one? Because like it's just so much fun, and being able to do it, like Chandler said, in person makes it that much more special.
It definitely leans into the medium of being animated. It's way more out there than the films are ever able to get. Was there anything about that that kind of changed your approach to playing either of your characters?
Okay, not only yes, but I feel like doing the reanimated series while we were shooting Zombies 4 actually changed how I played Zed in the movie. And I feel like being able to be in the studio, refinding the humor of your character, and what sets your character apart from the other ones, you really, tune into it in the studio. And then when you go shoot on set, live action, you can't help but live in that a little bit more. So I think shooting the reanimated series helped me bring the youth, lightheartedness, and humor back to Zed a little bit in the fourth movie. And yeah, the situations we find ourselves in the series are so absurd that we really just get to go there. We really just get to, there are no rules. I mean, you can stretch something in a weird way and then the animators will edit it to how you record it. It's not vice versa. So there's no mold we need to fit.
Yeah, I think in my own life, like I do a lot of like weird voices and bits and stuff because I find that like really funny. And so being in the recording booth, there's so many times where like Addison, I feel like in the animated series at times is very me. And so I feel like Addison has become this combination of both. And I think she's a lot like she does really crazy random things that I feel like she wouldn't necessarily do in the movies that she does in the animated series. So that really excites me because she's just she's really funny and kind of psychotic and I love it.
Do you do the music recording sessions separately from the dialogue recording sessions like you would for the films, or is it all at once? How's that work?
Sometimes they're just like all at once. Like some sessions will do like a couple songs and then jump right into dialogue, or the other way around, which is kind of nice just because it's like you get to sing favorite songs and then you get to jump in and do the lines, and it's just a very fun full packed day.
The live action films, we record the music. That's the first step of the process. And then we go to wherever, first three in Toronto, this fourth one in New Zealand. But we go to the location and then we have a month of like pre-production, table reads, hair and makeup tests, dance rehearsals. And so, and then when we actually film it on the day, it can be like, I recorded that 2 months ago. So it's kind of like gelling all the pieces together can be a task sometimes, but with the animated series, it's kind of just all in one.
Animation takes a while. Are you able to watch the episodes now and feel like fully removed from when you recorded the dialogue and the music?
For me, yes. I am watching this and I'm like, when did that happen? Like it's honestly such a joy for this project to come out for me because I don't remember any of it. And I think part of that is because I'm such a visual person. And so I think about like when I do a project, I think about that day on set. I think about the people that were there. I think about the location. This is just all in the booth. And sometimes we do like, 5 episodes all at once in one day. And so I just remember the way it made me feel. And I remember being in the studio every time I go in, I'm laughing and just riffing and joking. And like, it's so much fun. So I'm going to be like in the audience with everybody else being like, oh my gosh, and also we don't know what everybody's doing either. So it's going to just be such a delight to see it come together.
This show is crazy because we've been doing it for like almost 2 years now, definitely over a year. And when we watch the episodes as they come, it will be, years since we recorded them. But I think just as the actor recording it, it's really hard to not remember when you were in the studio and what you were thinking about when you did that line. As is making the zombies movies, every time we watch the movies, we're like, oh, I remember this day was the day where we couldn't stop laughing because of this, So it's kind of like a little montage of all the fun times you've had in the studio when you watch it.
The animation definitely adds a whole another level of like funny to it because like when you're doing the line that's really funny, but then when you watch it and the animated character is making facial expressions and there's like weird pauses and you kind of see the animation come to life, like it's really cool to see. And the episodes that I've like been able to see are so incredible. So I really love it. And I also really love cartoons. So I'm just so happy that I get to be a part of one. And yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I'm excited for you both, and excited that you're finally in a really cartoony cartoon. Thank you very much. Take care.
Thank you so much.